for the touchdown. Going for two.
Hello, boys and girls and the undecided. Tonight's guest, Jimmy Hoffa, musical guest, A$AP Rock. This episode is sponsored by United Jersey Brotherhood, Local 404. College football, who cares? The same four teams are going to be on top just like every year. But for those of you who can't get enough, HBO is developing a Hard Knocks style show, but for college football. Because hey, why not get even more money off of free labor? Even Nike is jealous.
Oh!
The Yankees celebrated Labor Day by taking the day off, losing to the Rangers 7-0. They've had a pretty good season, but unfortunately for them, they won't be playing the O's every day in October. The Minnesota Twins are hitting home runs left and right. I wonder how that could be. If only there was some secret recipe to just make a team better all of a sudden. One big topic floating around baseball these days is the automated strike zone, or robot umps if you want to be an idiot. Some of the old timers are against this, as you would imagine. You see, they want the human element in baseball, which means they want bad calls. They want mistakes. That's what they want, for some stupid reason. And they want players and managers to have a tantrum over those bad calls. Good old human element. I mean, have you ever met a human? As far as I'm concerned, they're the worst part of sports. So they want the call to be wrong sometimes. Okay, well, just have the computer make a mistake every couple minutes at random. Problem solved. As mentioned earlier, today is Labor Day. Labor Day is baseball's one last hurrah where they dominate an entire weekend before football comes back and bitch smacks them to the back pages. Hide your kids. Hide your wives. Football is back. Almost. First, we had to wrap up week 18 of the preseason. A lot of people talk about how the preseason doesn't really matter. Well, none of this really matters in the grand scheme of things, when you think about it. Entire civilizations have been wiped out. I'm sure they've had champions. Anyways, the Packers and the Raiders played on 80% of a football field. But that's okay. Each one of them is 80% of a team. Antonio Brown injured himself while doing cryotherapy.
Go!
Wow. Cryotherapy, huh? That just might be the whitest thing I've ever heard a brother doing. But the fun doesn't end there. After that was over, he threw a fit because the NFL wouldn't let him use his old-ass helmet. I could not believe how much this story dominated the news. They were talking about it on MLB Network. Lady Gaga was singing about it on MTV. It was everywhere. If the media milked this story any harder, they would have cracked a nipple. Kyler Murray had a rough preseason. Man, this kid is short. I mean, really short. He looks like he might be a Make-A-Wish kid that was allowed on the field. Have I mentioned that he's short? Because he's really short. And yes, none of the good players were playing this last week in preseason, but how is that any different than watching a Dolphins versus Bills game in the regular season? And besides, these guys are fighting for jobs. How is that not exciting? Either they make the team or they go back to working for UPS. And Dak is out here asking for $40 million. We may need to run him through concussion protocol one more time. He's asking for an awful lot of money for being mediocre. I mean, Mia Khalifa only got $28,000 for sucking. I guess they never miss. For $40 million, Dak should be able to throw the ball deep, kick the field goals, and fly the team jet. And Zeke, the Ice Cube Ewok, is still holding out. If the Cowboys win a few games and Zeke loses all of his leverage, Can he just show up and pretend like nothing happened? Like that time George Costanza quit and then just went back to work and pretended it never happened. What? Hold out. You guys thought I was being serious about that? Child, please. Where's my helmet? I'm still not sure if I want the Browns to be good or bad. Do I want to see something new? Or do I want to watch them crash and burn in hilarious fashion after the fans got their hopes up yet again? You know what? I'm leaning towards 51% good. I mean, even I have mercy. The Patriots are entering the season without Gronk, their Hall of Fame bro. But no worries, as long as they have Belichick and Brady and the refs and the spy cameras and the tampered equipment and the steroids and the same garbage division, they should be good.
Woo!
And the big story, Andrew Luck retired, and his garbage fans booed him off the field. I'm not sure what the problem was. There was no guarantee that Luck was even going to play this year. Would you rather he sit on the sideline all year and get paid for doing nothing? How is it quitting if you might not even be playing in the first place? And how can you be mad at him? His team botched the injury like they botched his whole career. They didn't even know what the injury was. Is it a hamstring? Is it a broken bone in the foot? Does he need a bacchiotomy? And even if he did play, what were you expecting? They're a wild card team at best. Peyton is an all-time great, and he has one ring to show for it. This team didn't build much around Peyton, and they didn't build much around Luck.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Okay, that is the show for today. Jimmy Hoffa couldn't make it. I'm not sure where he went. And for some reason, A$AP Rocky showed up, as if I wanted to see him. I guess there was some confusion.
I bid you farewell and good luck, morons. Bye.